Hi everyone, my name's Usman. I've been coming to Pi for the last 8 years. This is my sixth time. I love it here. It's my safe space. I've never felt safer, I've never felt happier, and I've never felt more like I can fit in. And I care about this community. In fact, I care about it so much that that's why I'm releasing this public service announcement. Um, I'm writing this because a lot of us guys who come here might find ourselves in this position. I am somebody who has type 1 bipolar disorder. I have severe mental health issues, and for the most part, I can keep them in control, but that's for the most part, not always. And I know there's a lot of guys like me who do come to communities like this because we feel like we're not welcome in the rest of the world. We might not feel like we fit in our normal lives, and it's wonderful to come here and be yourself. But guys, it comes at a price, so the rent cost, and the rent cost is looking after yourself so you can look after others. What do I mean by that? I recently had a type 1 manic episode. It's the first time it's happened in Pi. I've had a depressive episode once in 2019, but that's a little bit different. I'll speak about that later on. And it felt like everything was moving so fast when I had that manic episode. I couldn't handle it. I felt like I had the answer to every single problem. I felt like nothing could stop me. I felt like I was invincible. I felt on top of the world. I felt so full of love. But the truth is this. When I was in that space, I was not in control, not at all. In fact, I couldn't have been more out of control. Had I not got the help that I needed, I would have probably ended up hurting myself. But I got that help too late, and I hurt people who I really, really cared about. And I've always felt like I'm somebody the community can count on. And in that week, I really let myself and other people down, which is why I'm releasing this, because somebody has to mess up and share their story so other people can hear it. And we can make this community a little bit safer and more special, because there are more people coming here. A lot more, and we want everyone to feel welcome, but we also want everyone to feel safe. As men, we are told to be strong. We're told to push through things on our own, and sometimes we think that reaching out means we're weak or that we'll just figure it out ourselves if we keep going. But there's a big difference between leaning on your support network, which is fine because that's what they want you to do, because they've probably lent on you at a time. But there's also a time to know when it's time to get serious help, and your support network might not know that, or they might not be the ones who feel comfortable, saying it. You've got to be able to recognize it, guys. We have to be able to call ourselves out as soon as possible. When you're in a manic phase, it's not a moment to push through. It's a time to get professional help. And yes, that means going to the hospital. In my case, Chiang Mai Ram Hospital. Getting a one-way taxi there as soon as my friend called me out and said, Usman, your behavior is getting really, really, really concerning. You might think I don't need that. You might think I'm fine. But trust me, guys, that's the manic phase talking. I turned my back on help for just 5 days because I thought, oh, I can handle this. I've got this under control. But this is the truth. When you ignore what's going on in that situation, you put yourself and others at risk. You can damage relationships like I did. Bridges could end up getting burnt irrevocably. And you can make decisions that you just simply can't take back, or God forbid worse. And thank God nothing worse happened. But we're talking motorcycle accidents. We're talking, serious injuries. We're talking things that just would really, really, really cause massive problems. Nobody wants that in the community, guys. No one, especially not us. The mind can play tricks on us, and sometimes the only way to get through is by using the tools that the world offers. And I'm the first one to totally admit that, there's mistrust when it comes to Western medicine, big pharma, the way traditional hospital treatment has treated people with mental health. But I can safely say that, the services that I've got at Chiang Mai Ram Hospital have been exemplary. Heck, better than anything the NHS has given me back home. And the medicines that I'm on as well at the moment. Obviously, I'm not a pharmacist or a doctor, but I can safely say that these are some of the best medicines for bipolar disorder that I've ever been prescribed here in Chiang Mai. Well, sorry, in Thailand, at Chiang Mai, where I got my prescription. They are not giving me adverse side effects. I mean, yeah, I'm still feeling something, but it's nowhere near as bad as the other ones. It's important to know the signs of mania before things get too far. So if you find yourself going days without sleep like I did, or not eating, guys, it's serious. If you're running on adrenaline 24/7, guys, it's serious. That's a warning sign. Heightened emotions, love, happiness, even the great ones, guys, when they're that extreme, they're not good. You can have a crush on a girl and it can be a little bit awkward, but when your behavior or your emotions towards her scare her, You've taken it too far. It's not fair on her. And you have absolutely no idea how much bravery it's taking to share stuff like this. But guys, we're all in this together and we all need to beat this together. And that starts with ourselves. We're vital members of the community, but it's important that we look after ourselves so we can look after each other. The biggest red flag is when you start to believe things that don't add up, when you think you're invincible or on top of the world, or you figured out the problems, the solutions to some of life's biggest problems. That's the delusion of grandeur speaking, guys. And knowing the margin of difference between confidence and delusion of grandeur can save yourself in a heightened mental state, and it can be a game changer, but you need to know when it is. Okay? If someone around you is showing these signs, or you're the one showing these signs, please don't wait. Act early. Recognizing this in the beginning can make all the difference. And this is where community comes in. And I'm telling you this because, like I've said before, I really care about this community and I care about each and every single person in it, whether I know you or not. If you see someone in a manic state, and if it's you, please just don't wait. It's not something you can manage without help. You need help because your community needs you at its best. And sometimes that means admitting things that we don't want to admit. Hey, I'm scared. I'm really, really scared. Hey, I'm really upset. Hey, I don't feel safe going out. I don't feel comfortable doing X, Y, and Z. Guys, it's horrible to admit that when you're a guy. Trust me, I'm a guy who's done a lot of Muay Thai. Alright? Yeah, I'm also the first one to admit that sometimes I don't feel safe. And that's the time where I just want to not be around people because I'm really anxious. And it's not fair on other people because they've done nothing wrong. Okay, it's not fair on other people. Someone has to mess up so others can learn. That's always been my philosophy, in the pedagogical departments that I've worked at. I hope my story helps. I've made mistakes in the past because I didn't listen. And if sharing this can just raise one person with awareness, it's a good thing. Right? We all mess up. Everyone makes mistakes at a time. But it's never too much to not be able to forgive yourself. Alright? Be kind to yourself, guys. Forgive yourself. And what really matters is that when you do get better, you come back stronger and smarter, and then you can connect to the people around you in a better way. And that's what I'm doing right now. Look after yourself, guys. If you need help, reach out. But please, when things get really, really, really serious, for the sake of yourself and the community, go to the hospital. Send a text message to your friend saying, hey, you need to block me because I am not in control of my emotions. And guys, if you get a message from your friend saying, please distance yourself from me, block me, respect that boundary. Because that's a boundary they're not setting for themselves, they're setting it for you. When someone like me sends you a message saying you need to block me right now, you need to block that person. Because usually when you block someone it's because you don't like them, but when I tell you to block me, it means I care about you so much that I cannot bear anyone or anything bringing you discomfort or hurt. Not even myself when I need a friend. This has not been easy to share. But what's been more difficult is what I went through, and I don't want anyone else to ever have to go through that, or anyone else's friends to be victims of the knock-on effects, okay? With a lot of respect and love from my heart to yours, Usman. I hope this has been welcome. Look after yourself, everyone. Let's keep Pi safe for everyone. It is the happiest place on earth. And I don't think I'm an exclusive company when I say I want to keep it that way.